Yo, it's Happen Tuesday, the holy grail of the beat. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Ghost dog vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibe, make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, we ready for the grind. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones set to the tone from the streets of the east. We making this our own.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.
Yeah, you know what time it is. Gh0stDog back at it again with another Tap In Tuesday. Yes, oh yes, an Aboriginal Sports Original. Oh, that's how me feeling this whole football season. Just in my angry bag, man. You know, to quote Dr. Bruce Banner, the key is to be always angry. Okay? That's how you learn how to control that emotion. However, that being the case, you know what it is. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, especially if you feel that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, absolutely. Couple things around the league that I took notice in. Couple of upset specials, if you will. Field goals blocked all over the place, whether it was the upset down in Philly against the Rams, Tampa Bay with their situation over there. It's just crazy. Like, it's just field goal block after field goal block, man. Just nonsense. What was going on with Vegas? There was some bets, some insider information I'll have you know. Because somebody knew something or all that to be going on. Man, look, somebody got paid. However, that being the case, some notable upsets of the week. Packers, Browns. You lose to the Browns, Packers, and yo, I'm over here thinking that the Green Bay Packers is for real, and I kind of still think they are. It's just that Jordan Love is the major key over there, man, because that defense is looking serious. Xavier McKinney's about to probably set another situation over there with the interceptions. Freaking, they just acquired Micah Parsons, so that defense can do some things. It's just the offense. They have a plethora of receivers. Matthew Golden in on the mix. Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Jordan Love, man. It's going to come down to Jordan Love. It's just what it is. You know, game 3, they got a 2-1 record right now. I expect them to win that division. But again, can Jordan Love be the difference maker when it matters? And it just seems to me that he struggles against better defenses. Say what you will about the Browns. That defense is legit. So just something to look out for later on in the season. Another upset of the week. Panthers versus the Falcons. Panthers ran it down their throat. Okay? Even Bryce Young had a touchdown on his feet for the day. Crazy. And he's looking much better improved, man. Am I jumping out of a window for saying that I think they might have finally found their guy down there in North Carolina? Who knows? Again, starting to look at as the season continues and progresses. Michael Penix Jr., however, second year in the league. Maybe it's just time to sit him for a little bit, just to, you know, you still got Kirk Cousins over there. Oh, man, struggling. We'll see, though. We shall see. And I wouldn't necessarily call this an upset, because anytime the Cowboys take an L, it is never an upset situation over here, in this house at least. That being the case, the Bears absolutely put belt to ass to the Cowboys. Caleb Williams had 298 yards with 4 tutties on the day. Looking like he's starting to finally assimilate and acclimate to his situation up in Chicago, which is a good thing, man. You know, despite my criticisms of that young man in the past, I'm happy that I'm happy Chicago might finally have found their guy. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, look, I got Roma Dunze on the fantasy squad. So anytime that offense is doing something, it's for me, it's looking, something to look forward to. Even though I got to throw this caveat in, it just seems to me like the Cowboys defense is going to be like the NFC's punching bag for the rest of the season. Because that defense is lacking, to put it lightly. Okay? So there's that. Another upset. Man, listen. The Ravens against the Lions. And dare I say the Ravens are in mid-season, playoff appearance form. Just playing with their food, not sealing the game, not controlling the clock, not doing what they're supposed to do in terms of fundamentals when it comes to football. If you got the lead, you got a running back like Derrick Henry. Why? What's the problem? And shouts out to the Lions defense. They was out there. It was like sharks in the water, smelling the blood. Man, it was crazy. Like wild dogs out there swarming Lamar Jackson. I think he had like 7 or 8 sacks on the night. Shout out to that defensive coordinator, new in the building, making very well useful of the pieces that are available to him. Just, you love to see it, man, as a football fan. Absolutely. Which leads me to my other question here, though, right? This is nothing new over here at the Ravens organization. And it's been something that's going on for a while. At the beginning of the season, I had a feeling that Aaron Rodgers was going to be a problem for Mike Tomlin with the Steelers. Now, after seeing like what the situation over here, because it's a similar thing with Mike Tomlin. Too many playoff appearances, not enough trips to the promised land. They got one each, right? So it's like, maybe it's time. Who knows? Maybe, is it crazy for me to say that John Harbaugh might start to be on the hot seat a little bit? Maybe the seat is starting to warm up a little bit. Not to say it's blazing. I won't say that because they are a perennial playoff team. However, what's the point of getting to the playoffs if it doesn't mean anything? Okay, the Cowboys of yesteryear when Dak first came into the league were freaking perennial playoff teams, and they've cycled through at least 3 head coaches since then. So I don't know. We'll see, man. Just something to look, make sure to keep an eye on for the future. Same thing with Mike Tomlin, and shoot, the Bengals head coach might be getting fired too. So who knows? That whole AFC North might need a whole cleanse. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of cleanse, I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't mention this. So, as a Giants fan, and to the Giants fans out there, we are all familiar with Daniel Jones too well when he was here. It's just that now I'm noticing a whole brand new quarterback now that he's changed scenery up in Indy. So it's like no more excuses. It's like the tale of the two cities, the tale of the two quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, DJ, right? Fans was crying for DJ to get up out of here. And now he's in Indy, salvaging his career. More than likely, he's going to get paid by that team long term. I'm going to give it another 3 games. Because I'll jump on the window now and say I think he's going to get an extension and also lead that team into the playoffs. But to be on the conservative side, I'll give him 3 more games. If he continues to perform like the way he has for the next 3 games that he has from the last 3 games, if not exactly or better, they will have a deal waiting for him come mid-season. Okay? Word up. Word up. They're going to pay him. If not mid, certainly towards the end. If not, if they make a playoff appearance, man, he's getting his money. He's getting his money. And in that weak-ass division, because you got Houston that's looking doo-doo right now. I don't know what's going on with CJ Stroud, right? You got Tennessee Titans looking doo-doo right now. Got no real receivers, right? And who else is over there? The Jags. Trevor Lawrence got me having Brian Thomas Jr. over here being the reason why I'm losing fantasy games. So, again, DJ is on the up and up. And I can't be a hater, man, because I was at that point where I wanted him gone too. And now look where we at. And it ain't even him, right? Because the talent is one thing. The player is one thing. We talking about coaching right now. And I need people to focus. Because now, Russell Wilson over here, right? And look, I'm not going to sit here and act like he hasn't had like a mid-tier, kind of mediocre, like past few years ever since he left Seattle. However, man, this is nothing new here. It's like the same thing we've been noticing, but with a different veneer, a different mask. These points that we're lacking on offense is bananas to me. And now, as of this recording, he's benched after the Chiefs game. So now Jackson Dart will start against the Chargers. And I knew this was going to happen. I called it out weeks ago. I was like, by game 4, if we are 0-3, by game 4, they're going to put that boy out there. People were telling me, nah, it's going to be the Saints. Soft landing this, soft landing that. Get out of here. Brian the Bum. Dude, he's a megalomaniac. And now the light is shining up all over the place, up to the point where he's scrambling for his last trump card. And it's not going to work. I'm sorry. Starting that young man against that Chargers defense. And shout out to the other hardball, right? Yo, that defense is gonna more than likely shatter that man's confidence. They're gonna put him out there, and yo, look, Brian Daboll is gonna have him in positions where Jackson Dart is gonna have to play hero ball. Okay, super boom or bust. Either that hero ball is gonna work, and he's gonna be able to seize the opportunity and get the W and make something of it of his start out of his debut, right? Which it might happen because I think the young man is talented. However, it's through Brian Daboll, man, and there's evidence out there about like his system being overly complicated, being just extra, like, whether it's the trickery with the Shadir Sanders situation, whether it was giving away the offense to the defense when he came in here in the first year, right? There was that fiasco. There was another situation where Steve Smith Sr. had it was an interview or something or what have you. I think he was there on the field, I believe, trying to like give some of these young receivers pointers. And he even said on one of his podcasts or whatever, he said out his mouth that the system is just like complicated, just overly complicated. And I'm just starting to think it's like that for no reason. Doing all these trickery stuff. And then there was another example in the preseason where there was an interview with Jackson Dart. I think he was on the podium where he said out his mouth that they cut the audio on his helmet purposefully. And I understand conditioning your young quarterback and throwing things at him to make sure he's on his feet. Dude, what's going on here now? You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to my other video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on Gh0stDog's Big Talk, my main channel. I'll leave the link in the description for it. If you haven't checked it out, I said it in that video. It might be a mental issue situation here. Somebody cannot sit here and tell me that a professional head coach can be like this. For the craziest of peaks that he's been able to accomplish from an offensive perspective in this team since his tenure here, to the lowest of lows. There's just too much in between those gaps, man. The inconsistency, and now it's up to the point where you're consistent in a losing manner. Like you've reached not the plateau, you've reached the abyss, right? You've reached the bottom, and we're just flatline for a minute now on offense. Outside of that Cowboys game a couple weeks ago now. So, rest to start. We gonna see. Giants fans, buckle up and pay attention. We going live, me and Shakes. That's on Giants. Check it out tonight, later on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Stay tuned. We gonna dive into this situation further, man, because this right here is a recipe for absolute disaster, and it's gonna be deer in the headlights. I see it coming. Deer in the headlights. But stay tuned, stay tapped in. If you haven't done so already, like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe. If you appreciate I spit on this mic, smash the like. Yes, leave some comments. Tell me how you feeling, man, from all these things, whether it's like the Bears smacking up on the Cowboys, the Texans not knowing what to do with CJ Stroud over there, Panthers looking like a dark horse in the NFC South. Might be a situation where Tampa is competing with them. Let's see. Packers lose to the Browns, man oh man. And again, New Jack City Dart starting over Russell Wilson, officially benched. Let's see. Because, DJ's up there balling. Right? It's always the quarterback excuse. We that's it. After this right here, it ain't nothing more to talk about. But stay tuned, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Big Blue salute. Until next time. Peace.
Yo, it's happened Tuesday, the holy grail of the beach. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Gh0stDog vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibe, make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, we ready for the run. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones sent to the tone from the streets of the east. He making this our own. Tapping out Tuesday, but only for a while. Goodbye Tuesday, a pill now hard to swallow. Hit that like button and don't forget to follow. I'll be back soon, shit, it might be tomorrow.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.